Hey everybody. So for this week's fundraising quick tips, I want to answer a question that was submitted to me, and the topic is boards. The question is, my board talks disparagingly about fundraising, calling it arm twisting. What can I do to change attitudes? One of the core governance responsibilities of all boards is fiduciary oversight, ensuring that the organization is solvent and has a sustainable revenue stream. That is, without a question, one of the core tenets of their governance responsibilities. So it goes to say that fundraising in some way, which contributes to the revenue streams of that organization, are part and parcel of what they need to be doing as board members. Where I have seen boards feel this way is when expectations are not set in terms of what the organization wants them to do, and also where they have a misperception of what fundraising actually is. So a couple things that I would recommend are, first, ensuring that your job descriptions, your expectations are very, very clear in terms of what you want the board members to be doing, both for giving and or getting. Then make sure that you are orienting them to everything that is fundraising. Often the perceptions become skewed when they think that fundraising is only about asking, especially tapping into their networks and asking their networks endlessly. And we know that fundraising is really relationship based, and that's not always the case of what we want them to be doing. So share with them the broader picture of how you raise your revenue as an organization. Go deeper into not just the money that you raise, but what are the behaviors that you're seeing amongst your donor base. So go into metrics like donor retention, behaviors like giving trends in terms of average gifts, upward or downward. And then share with them that cycle of donor engagement, going from identification all the way around to stewardship, and work with them to create a menu that really taps into many different ways to engage with donors beyond just making an ask. So it could be identifying other potential donors, looking at donor lists from peer organizations, or brainstorming through a sphere of influence discussion or a webbing exercise. It could be attending events that are held and serving as ambassadors during those events. It could also be, and actually should be, a routine activity of donor thank you calls, thank you emails, things that will connect them with being able to tell their story to other supporters of your organization. Those ways are as important to building sustained donor relationships than just making the asks. So I'd love to hear other ideas that you have and how you get your boards to really love and get engaged in fundraising. Drop them in the comments. I'm also going to pop in the comments a link to an e-guide that I wrote for Network for Good, which gives you the whole soup to nuts of how to build your board engagement in fundraising. So keep the questions coming. Drop me some comments. I'd love to hear what you think and how you tackle this very question. And until next week.